World Wrestling Federation. For over 50 years, the revolutionary force in sports entertainment.
What's our name?
Well, men on the
Are you ready?
Well,
Here we go.
Welcome to the New Generation Mission podcast on the Backbone Wrestling Network. I'm Tim Slomka.
I'm JP.
Thanks for joining us again. As always, we're on the journey to relive the new generation era to find the best and some of the worst of the wrestling time period often forgotten. From Bret and Shawn Survivor Series 92 to Bret and Shawn Survivor Series 97, we look beyond the pay-per-views, examine the weekly TV, see what worked, what could have worked, and what failed. JP, where are you going to celebrate the Super Bowl this year?
See, that's the thing, right? Like, we got everybody right where we want them. Like,
Yes.
We're about to win 15 in a row. That's real scary for the rest of the league. So,
We just let everyone catch up.
right, yeah,
Chiefs.
it's not fair if we start off hot. So,
yes, disaster for our team. So,
yeah, it's fucking right. 52 points, and I work with like 3 people that are Lions fans, also like of the exact area that I run too. So it's just like they don't even like talk shit. They like feel bad for me. I hate that even more.
Yeah, it is embarrassing. Yeah, it was like even I know some Detroit people. Obviously, we were at a birthday party last night, and it was just they were just all talking trash. They weren't even talking trash. It was just like, oh, that was kind of an easy day. Nice
right. Yeah.
So they're ridiculous. In 1 year.
Yeah.
When I'm 95.
Exactly. Yeah. What can you do, man?
Yeah. Should we talk about Backlund?
Yeah, I mean that's much better.
My new presidents.
Right, that's a much better.
My hero.
Musings.
So much better. Everything else going good for you? It's been a little bit since we recorded. We recorded ahead of time, and then we took a little. We took time off, but we were ahead a little, so we haven't talked in a while. But
I can't complain. We actually have somewhat of fall weather down here. It was in the 60s this morning, so I'll take it.
It's been 80s. It's been great. So
yeah, it's can't complain. We haven't been hit by a hurricane yet. Knock on wood.
No, it kind of feels like it's easy season this year.
Right. Yeah, I'll take it.
You were due for one.
Right.
So let's move on. Everything's good with me too. Kids at school, fall. Just busy. So
it's nonstop. I get it.
So that's good. All right, we'll move into. So we are in the final stretch for King of the Ring 1995. So we are going to do the last 2 superstars in a Raw in between. So really the final build for this gigantic pay-per-view that is maybe one of the all-time worst. And the build, we talked. I was listening to the Back podcast a little bit ago. Like we're disappointed a little bit in the 1994 SummerSlam build, and this one's kind of similar to it. It's just like very disappointing, very
last minute,
just like people not being on there, like decisions that don't make sense.
Right.
A whole bunch. And we'll talk about this a lot. How many guys are missing from the pay-per-view is really crazy. So. We're going back to Superstars. So this was taped on June 6th. So it's the June 17th Superstars. So they're getting a little bit fresher with these. They're not a month and a half old anymore. There's 2 tapings here, and they're both from the same one, but it's not that old, which we gotten better at. So they're able to at least like align the feuds a little bit up. And I'll let you get the first match because I'm guessing.
So in the beginning of the show, like we get a little quick vignette with Lawler training. Like stomping his foot in a horse stable and stuff like that. So fun little stuff to build, the Lawler Bret, which I think that's the match that they've actually focused the build on this whole time for King of the Ring has been Lawler and Bret. Like that's really the only thing they've put a lot of effort into. Like Diesel stuff is hit or miss. The tournament itself, which the whole show is based on, is hit or miss until the very end. But I feel like they've at least done a solid job of building Bret and Lawler. And then,
spent maybe a little too much time. I mean, the over-the-top comedy.
Right. It's getting all the focus. So it feels like it's the main event of the show.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's not, So it's then what they do in fashion is they go right to a Bret match. So we get Bret Hart versus Henry Godwinn. So it's one of these little, didn't know they wrestled each other kind of hidden gem matches. I thought it was a pretty solid match to start the show. And, Bret's kind of in control early until Lawler comes ringside, which gives a cheap finish with the double count out with Lawler with the distraction. But I think that's what this was meant to do, was to be a Lawler Bret building block for the match and nothing more than that. Which kind of sucks because I thought this could have ended up being a decent match. With Henry Godwin's been a solid like singles worker in a few like competitive matches we've seen of him, and I think it was built into that. But
no real feuds, right? He hasn't
right.
really been feuds.
No, I mean he's gonna get one starting soon. Well, maybe it's a little later in the fall with Triple H. But
okay, well, I don't know when. Yeah,
I think that's maybe November-ish. So, but yeah, solid stuff. It wasn't terrible. Two name guys to start the show, so that was good to see. But it was mainly just a plot point for Lawler and Bret to kind of continue their feud. So that's what we got with that.
Yeah, you didn't put the note of how annoying Doc Hendrick is. That's one of the key points of the match.
Yeah,
over the top and so annoying. King comes out for the double count. I thought the match was good. The Hog Farmer bumps really good and can fly around.
Mm-hmm.
He does an elbow from a second rope. He does a really good. I think he's actually a pretty good guy. It's just he hasn't had feuds. And again, I think we've had this before. Like, is he heel or face? Like, it's never really clear of like what he is, and he's kind of randomly here fighting. So a good enough match, and like you said, sets up a main event feud, which has been going on for 2 years, right? Lawler's kind of treated like a joke, but I mean, he's beat him twice, right? SummerSlam and in your house. So they built this up. It does feel like a main event, so pretty good on that.
Oh, well, and what you mentioned with the Doc Hendricks stuff, like just to follow that. So like they go backstage, and Doc Hendricks is just like stuttering really badly to Bret. Is so overacting. He has his shirt like mostly unbuttoned too. Doc Hendricks is fucking terrible right now. Like,
so bad.
He is like I used to think of like a charm of him because he did like the Coliseum video stuff or like the backstage stuff with all like the I don't know, stuff they were selling on display and stuff like that. Like a pitch man. He's almost like Don West in that situation. He's okay from TNA. But as a like trying to be an interviewer or in the ring interviewer or anything like that, he tries way too hard to like steal a spotlight, and he's so damn terrible. I just can't stand him on my screen right now.
Yeah, very much so. Then we move to the Blue Brothers. We move to the Blue Brothers next.
Mm-hmm.
In a simple match. Who cares? Vince can't tell them apart still. It's amazing.
Right.
It's hilarious, the whole match. That's all I'm listening for is whether he can tell which one's which, and he can't. It's so funny. Then they talk about we have Luger.
Yep.
They talk about Luger, and Yoko, kind of this build up to this match out here. And Luger's just such a loser. We talked about last time. It's just like, and I love how they talk about how Yoko snuck up on Luger. So it's terrible. We also get highlights then of Bad Mountain Rock, the guitar playing, and then his guitar smashed by Backlund. So a lot of that. Backlund's just a waste here. It seems like maybe they're setting up maybe he's going to come back in the ring. It'd be interesting to find out because he's been off so long, but this feels like he's going to fight, right? He feels like he's going to actually get back in the ring. So I wonder if they do it on house shows. Maybe I haven't really looked into that. But they really kind of bring this up. And Vince is so lame. Anytime Man Rock is rocking out about like his guitars, it says this is real rock and roll and stuff like that. It's just Vince is so lame. Doc is lamer. It's like a contest they're having.
Right,
it's just so annoying. So
it's like that. It's like that. I don't know. It's like that Wild Hogs movie with all the old guys trying to act cool again.
Yeah.
With Tim Allen, but Man Mountain Rock is pretty bad. Like the character itself, like. I don't know. It's such a fusion of like it doesn't make any sense, and like it's just not over. I guess like in a live crowd, maybe they get into it a little bit, but I'm just waiting for him to hurry up and like snitch on everybody with the videotape so he can get fired. But from there we get a Jeff Jarrett squash. I feel like we're not seeing as much of him recently, so it's kind of good to see him again. At least he can.
Is he champion? Right, he's champion, right?
Yeah, IC champ. Yeah, then
Yeah.
that's weird, right? So
Nothing. He's on the King of the Ring. He's not even talking about a feud right now, which is very
well,
weird.
what like so with Jarrett, right? He is the IC champ. He's a solid worker. Like he's gonna have a good match coming up at another pay per view. But like Jarrett is like the microcosm of the whole company. There's nobody really. I mean, maybe outside of Shawn right now that has like positive momentum. Like Sid's momentum is taking a dip with the Tatanka tag team. Diesel's hurt. Bigelow's whole thing got
He's
derailed.
done.
Bret Hart's with Lawler, which I guess that's solid, but it's more of a placeholder thing. It's not like upward momentum. Razor's what he is. He's not anything big. Like no one just really has like any like prospects of with them or anything like that. So just like a observation I was making as I was watching this stuff. And then speaking of Diesel and Bigelow, like after that they have this like sit down with Vince where like Bigelow has his hat on backwards, Diesel's playing it all cool. It's almost like too cool for school for me.
Yep.
Like you're supposed to do like this wrestling promo and they're trying to do like the we're too cool kind of thing. And they just don't fit. Like Diesel and Bigelow don't look right together to me. Bigelow's supposed to be a heel. Like
He's supposed to be, or you like him as a heel?
I like him as a heel. Like I the Luna package, it was so good. Like they messed that up. Like that had like a main event run in it as a heel.
With Sherry too, right? I mean,
right.
They really kind of screwed that up with that.
Right. So it just always bothers me to see him like as a forced babyface. So and then if you want, I'll just take the last couple squashes. We get a Jean-Pierre Lafitte squash.
Yeah. I'll let you know. There might be a couple comments, but go ahead.
And then a Waylon Mercy vignette, which he's somebody I'm excited to see.
Yep.
It's so different. Like the character is so different and kind of intense in a weird way. Like makes you kind of just feel weird, which I like. So it's very different. And then we get a Savio squash to finish it up. So. I mean, a lot of squash matches, a lot of guys on the card featured, but nothing really as of note outside of Bret and Godwin.
Yeah, you get I had the same thing with Waylon Mercy. You get Doc, of course, making fun of Puerto Rico the whole time.
Right.
It's interesting that some of these guys look good. I think Jean-Pierre looks good. I don't think Man Rock looks that bad. Mantar we praise, Hog we praise, but the gimmicks are just so lame at this point.
Right.
And some of this energy is missing. Like it feels like from that because Doc is so lame. I mean, just some of this stuff right now. And then right at the end, they do start talking about how Diesel, there's some risk of him missing King of the Ring with the elbow, and it's doctors still can't figure it out. So I wonder if they're pushing more of the Bret Lawler in case Diesel couldn't go, right? Like moving that to the main event like that. I wonder if they were going to.
That's a fair point. Around. Yeah.
I kind of thought about when you said it, like when they make a main event. I'm wondering if they had to really push it because even you end this episode with King talking about "Kiss My Foot," right? Like,
right.
I think this is the one they show his foot. Didn't write down each time they showed his, but he talks about it so much. So
yeah,
I wonder if they're kind of like, shoot, we need to sell the card and they're really pumping. Like you never see this, right? With like Hogan would sometimes get his knee hurt or something. They would never bring it this big. So I think there was some real concern that Diesel wasn't going to bring it, or I don't know. Maybe it was just a play to make the Tatanka Sid be more credible. I'm not sure, but they're really going over the top with this. Now I know he did get injured. Like there is that Dr. Andrews in the surgery is true. So I wonder if there was some complications with it. So.
One thing you were talking about, like Doc Hendricks making it like all goofy, so the announcers, right? The announcers play such an important role in the TV show. Like, imagine, we're kids when this is 95, right? But imagine you're I don't know, 21, 22, whatever, scrolling the channels and you hear him and Vince's voice. Yep. Over the wrestling, like you automatically don't take it serious. Like if they had Jim Ross announcing these matches, even if they are gimmicky squash matches, like at least he adds some like credibility to it. Or if you're gonna go the play-by-play guy, you have Jesse, you have Bobby, you got guys like that that are at least entertaining with it. Like this, I can just imagine someone a little older flipping the channels and seeing Doc Hendricks and Vince McMahon talk about Doink or Duke Drosy or whatever, just being like, what the hell is this? So yeah, I get it. I totally get it. And my hate for Doc Hendricks grows.
Yeah. All right, we're on to Raw. This is taped from the. Anything else?
No. I think
Okay.
we're good on that.
All right, we're on to Raw. This is taped still from the June 5th, Raw, which was live, and this is the last. This is the third taping, so pretty brutal on the taping. We do get out a rare thing where we see Undertaker out, so he starts it. I think we've been seeing a little bit more of him. He's one like. I was gonna call it Dick of the Week, but it's not that. It's like stock down a bunch just for not showing up enough. Right. So we're starting to maybe see a little bit more. Maybe they're asking him like, "We're just dying without these stars. We need you on TV more." So he does the standard squash with the standard body bag afterwards, and then we get an Adam Bomb. I just put he's the best. I still think he's a guy underutilized. The gimmick's a little dumb. But it's not like atrocious where you're like, okay,
right.
It's not like Mantar where he's like mooing and stuff. Like he really doesn't do anything besides maybe his eye thing. It really doesn't make it over the top. Like he is like a mutated man. Right. So, God, man, just a guy that could have been used at this time a little better. And like you said, he's at the bomb squad. He's got the footballs now. He looks okay in the ring enough. Yeah,
I mean, he's not worse than half the other guys on the roster. That's another thing I ever got either. Like. When he was in WCW, like he wasn't the greatest wrestler in the world, but he was over like hell because they pushed him right. They could have done the same thing here, but for some reason, probably backstage politics, but yeah, he just doesn't ever get off, to where he should.
Yep. Then we get the big match, Tatanka.
Oh yeah, Tatanka. Yeah. Sid and Tatanka versus the Head Shrinkers. So on paper, solid match, but. The team, so the Head Shrinkers, I'm guessing, are face now. I don't know if they're just face for this match or they've been face.
They've been face for a while, but they've kind of been have been kind of pushed down. Like they're just not doing anything. Yeah.
So that's true because Fatu has been doing like the dancing a lot and stuff lately. Yeah. So that you're right. I still don't like the boots on them though. It feels weird having the Head Shrinkers have boots. I don't like Sid stuck in this tag team. Like I feel like we were off to such a hot start with Sid, like doing his squashes and his intense promos, and now he's kind of just stuck in this tag team because they kind of have to build to that match and they have to do all these tag team matches. So I feel like we're kind of robbed of like fun Sid stuff right now, which makes it even worse. Solid match, with the two teams that they put out there. Nothing crazy competitive or anything, but I don't know. It was just kind of random to put this Head Shrinkers with them, and then like there was the Sid hits like with the power bomb or something, and it's like a delayed pin too, that they get the win on. So it kind of hurt the Head Shrinkers a little bit, but I know they're not like really long for this world either, so I don't know if they even care.
This might even be their last match.
It's got to be close because. Barbarian is going to be in WCW soon.
Yeah,
like he teams back up with
Fatu
Hercules.
Makes a difference,
right? That's in '95. I know that's coming. That's got to be coming up soon.
Right, yeah.
So,
this might be their last match. It feels weird to bring them up here too, out of nowhere. All of a sudden they show up,
right?
And let's take them credibly, and then I also put Fatu's ass is getting out of control. He's doing a lot of the dancing. I think you mentioned it earlier, but this match, I felt like every time he did like the smallest move, he was shaking his butt and doing it. So I think like they definitely were trying to siphon his gimmick a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It just feels like the little moves and stuff he's done. It feels like they told him to show some personality so they can do a test run, I guess.
Yeah. It's just also so lame because like Sid's like selling so weakly for the double headbutts. Yeah, but like when they do the headbutts, like he's like headbutting them, but like flopping all over the place. Like it's just over the top. It's really annoying.
Right.
And so that's really disappointing from him. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Then we get like this Lawler promo in a dungeon or something. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't know how that like correlates to the Kiss My Foot match, but they just had to. Lawler's been all over these shows. So much. How lucky are they that they at least have him
Yeah.
to kind of be the conductor of everything right now, because
it's kind of funny. Like some of the Kiss My Face, it's just too much. Like it's just so much. Like
it's
some of the,
overkill.
yeah, some of it's
overkill.
kind of funny. Like I definitely catch myself kind of laughing at some of this stuff. Like he has later the got like imprints of Stu and Helen Hart's feet. Like it's kind of funny, like how gross they look too. But it's just like, all right, enough, and it's just too much.
Well, when have you ever known, Vince and company to lay off the comedy,
Yeah. Well, Vince comedy is terrible. But yeah, it's just a little bit too much over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought it was pretty good. So, and then they did talk about before the last two squash matches. They talked about how there was a softball game next weekend.
Oh yeah.
And I love how they say Diesel's going to play in it. I'm like, is this elbow out? Like, it's just like, it's contradictory. I'm guessing he didn't play, but it was just kind of funny. It's like, oh no, don't worry, Diesel will be there. I'm guessing it was, appearance fee or something like that, but it was kind of funny.
Right.
And then we get two squashes. We get Triple H real quick, and then Shawn Michaels is out. And then you start getting the kind of classic, like we talk about this in Survivor Series and Rumble, but Kama comes out, the Taker comes out, and Mabel comes out. Pretty good. Yep. End of Raw. This is what you think of every time. They should do it every pay-per-view, right? There's no reason to not have this. So it was a great kind of segment. Like really sings up the King of the Ring. There's like, I kind of like that there's like multiple feuds going on with King of the Ring. So it kind of gets you some intrigue. And it does lead to what happens at King of the Ring of like, this guy might cost someone a match. I do kind of like that. It's just the wrong people they choose for it.
It's definitely wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So I kind of like that of like, oh, this person might shoot. They're going after him and they want to, like, I do kind of like that kind of like over the top, of like we're intermixing feuds, something if you listen to the Raw, as War is like by 97 what WWF does so good, right? It's Vader, Taker, Stone Cold, all these guys are mixing. This is really a good time of the first time we see that I can remember of intermixing feuds. I like this build up. It's atrocious what actually ends up happening.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to bring up on that, Raw?
No, I think we're good on that.
All right, we started into the other last Superstar. So this is the weekend of King of the Ring. They definitely have some updated commentary. So Vince is, bringing up like the latest news about Diesel being there. So there's some of that stuff. We get, and we start with Shawn Michaels. So Shawn Michaels beats Brooklyn Brawler to start off. Kind of a silly match, but during this time they just talk about the King of the Ring competitors. We do get a comment interview in there. I just put my notes. This would have been so much better as Papa Shango, but we get that interview. Just again, kind of setting up like we liked when we started in '93, right? These in set promos of like really building, cut in, like build up the feud. You don't know what's going on, so it kind of really helps you. If you're not joining every week or not doing a podcast 30 years later, you can really kind of follow what's happening.
Right. It's good. It's good. Like I don't know how you watch these, like how you approach it, but I try to watch like Superstars on Saturday mornings if I can. Like I try to put myself in that mindset of, just the vibe, I guess. I'm not gonna be able to like make myself as a 9-year-old again, but I try to think of wrestling in that time and not try and judge it on this time frame and just like kind of, oh yeah, there was, nothing but squash matches back then. There was more trying to just build to the story, but sometimes it gets out of hand and you can't really follow it. But I don't know. There's a little charm to it, I guess, if you try to put yourself in the year, I guess you could say.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good point, right? I think we're trying to be on this show fair of like, what was happening at the time, plus like what's rewatchability, right? Like because a match is solid in the ring doesn't mean it has rewatchability, right? Like,
100%. I agree with that.
And some movies, right? Some movies, like I can appreciate Schindler's List, but I'm not going to watch it every night, right? Like,
The Godfather 2, great movie. I don't really want to sit and watch it for 4 hours.
Yeah, every time, right? It has the thing. So the rewatchability helps here. So I think we try to be fair as we review these things too. So
and also like their goal wasn't to put on 5-star matches on TV and stuff at that time either. So I mean I don't think we've had in '95. We're in June. I don't even know if we've had like a great match yet this year.
No, it's been struggling. It's definitely been a struggle.
I don't even know what I could say was the best match we've seen so far. I don't even know. Like
in '95.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, pretty low. Yeah.
Right? Can you even think off the top? Usually, off the top of your head, you can say, "Oh, there was this."
Like
Bret
we like
match.
Bam Bam LT. I mean, a couple of the Mania matches, right?
Yeah.
Diesel Shawn was
Solid.
okay. Yeah.
Right.
Solid. I think we've liked some of the Sid squashes, but that's not 5-star.
Right. Bret Hakushi. And,
Hakushi was good, but not great.
Right.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 kid. I think if we like looked back, I think we probably saw some 1 through 3 kids.
Right.
There's something that's some, but nothing.
He's been hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But going back to like even March or April or something.
Oh, right.
It had to be something in there, but again, not great. So
right.
I agree.
Yeah. So we get the Shawn match. Just a little comment on that. I feel like this is like peak Shawn Michaels for me. With the whole like antics around ringside and making fun of the Brooklyn Brawler, kind of just doing his kind of Memphis shtick, if you will. But I kind of like 95 Shawn, so I want to see where that goes. Then we get another Waylon Mercy vignette. Just love how creepy he is. Like his look where he has like the skullet and he's got the little knife drawn on his head. He's got the real strong Southern twang accent. Yeah, it's really, really good stuff. Excited to see him more. I think we get his debut next week. I think.
They say that. Yes, they do say that.
Right. Then we get a Men on a Mission squad.
Which is why I think there's like some of this overdubbing, right? Because like the next taping wasn't, live like a month away. So I think they're like very much like, oh, he's on the next one, right? Like very much leading to
that. Yeah. Then we get a Men on a Mission squash, which, I mean, talk about another, team entity, whatever, that's fallen off so bad. Like they used to be so interactive with the crowd, fun for us to watch, and now it's just they're kind of dead. Speaking of dead, we also get a Undertaker squash versus Barry Horowitz, where Mabel then comes down to distract. So kind of bleeds into it. A couple of squash matches, but we're playing off the King of the Ring now, so at least there's some intrigue there as to kind of, build hype for the pay-per-view.
Yeah, and I think I think they actually could have worked his heels. Right, I actually think they could have worked his heels. They just did change him a little bit, and they kind of really didn't.
I feel like maybe Oscar is not the best mouthpiece for the team. Maybe they could have had like a different man. What if like Slick came back or something and was like their manager? I feel like that could have been cool.
Yeah.
Or some manager from
just
the past.
A little different the way they dress and things like that. Like just there could have been ways to update that a little bit better, and they didn't really.
Right.
And then we get it's weird that in Taker it's Barry Horowitz. I put that kind of note because like we kind of talked about Barry Horowitz. Who did he fight? Skip, right?
Yep.
And it was like we thought that was coming here. Now we got like Taker squashing him. So it kind of feels weird. Like we thought like Barry Horowitz was going to jump up, and he really hasn't. Right now he's just getting squashed by the Undertaker. Then we get Skip and Sonny actually at next. So good timing there. Quick match there. They're kind of doing nothing, kind of meandering, but they're definitely fun in ring. We get a Bam Bam Mantar match. They just mock Mantar the whole time. We've liked this guy, but like, man, they talk about what he eats and how he moves. It's very degrading, and that's fine. But I also put like this tag, like they're trying to build up this tag team match of Diesel and Bam Bam versus Sid and Tonka, and there's no stakes at all for it. And then they mentioned here that Razor won't be ready to go, and Diesel is so, and that they will have the Razor's out, and I think they say during it that Razor spot's gonna be filled for free for all. I think that's what they did. So I can't remember if they announced it was Savio yet or not, but they kind of mentioned that Razor's done. It sounds like Diesel's so definitely like updated commentary from what happened.
Yeah, star-studded pay-per-view coming up. So
I get it. The injuries hurt, but like Owen, Bulldog, like so many guys. I can't even Luger. Like there's so many guys out on this pay-per-view. It's crazy. And even some of these newer guys, right? Mantar, Triple H, like none of them are on here. So definitely a weird pay-per-view.
Yeah, even Skip would have been fun with Sonny, like as a act at least. Yeah.
Well, just that. Yeah, there's just so many people. Again, at the time they kind of took whiles to build people up so you can kind of get Skip. But Henry Godwin's been there forever.
Henry Godwin,
Duke the Dubs, like a lot of these guys have been there forever, and it feels like there could have been just something more added besides the King of the Ring match. So we'll see when we get there.
Hakushi, Hakushi too.
Yeah, and he's in the feud. He might show up during the match.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but like he's just not announced, right? It would have been something to add him, like, hey, he's in Lawler's corner or something. Like it's just a lot. It's a very weird pay-per-view, and the setup has not been great, and it just doesn't sound appealing at all.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of soured. Like, King of the Ring should be something a little bit more fun to build up to, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
That we close out the show with a Triple H squash and another Lawler vignette. This time, like in a torture chamber, I guess. So,
yeah.
I guess they're building a Hell in a Cell, maybe like way before.
the first one.
Right. The first Hell in a Cell. So maybe it's on a house show or something. But weird setting for the feud, I guess. But we'll see what comes out of that, because I feel like this whole summer is going to be Bret Lawler in some form or fashion until they right the ship with Bret in the fall. But we'll just have to see how that goes.
It takes so long. Well, yeah, Isaac Yankum.
Right, that's coming soon too.
Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait. 5-star.
Right.
You talked about 5-star. There we go.
Yeah, exactly. He has that one solid match early on with Bret in the cage.
Let's see.
But yeah, other than that, can't really give him any props.
I thought you were gonna say Rumble 2001, because that might be it.
Oh yeah. That's a good call.
Yes, that's it. I think that's all he's got.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't really have a highlighted career.
No, he does not.
Not really a fan.
Anything else you want to add before we close this one out?
Just overall, like, the build sucks. The build's just not. I mean, the pay-per-view sucks. Obviously, we'll watch it. We'll try to make some fun out of it, I guess, and just look at it from a positive angle. But I think we all know it's not the best pay-per-view. The build didn't help. Normally, we can watch these things like in hindsight and be like, "Oh, well, at least they're showing." You have context to things where instead of a cold pay-per-view, but this one might have actually made it worse in this sense, because the tournament itself, it's not that it's bad, it's that it could have been so much better.
Yeah.
With what they have. So.
All right, let's do rewards.
Yes, sir.
I agree on that at all. It's just they could have. There's so many guys wasted and not used. So.
Right.
Most new gen outfits.
You know what? There wasn't really anything that stood out like crazy, but I'm gonna go Waylon Mercy with his like Hawaiian
I just
shirt
think
outfit.
I already put that in his mind. So.
Yep. Nice.
Most new gen performer.
There wasn't anything crazy there with that either. I guess I'll just go with Bret versus Lawler. There wasn't really any great matches or anything.
Yeah. But
I guess I'll just have to go with him.
Yeah. There was one, I had put this Doc Hendricks was dancing, but I don't want to give any positive awards.
Right.
So I'm gonna go Fatu. It was kind of it's kind of there. Worst match or segments.
I mean, there wasn't anything crazy. I guess the Sid and Tatanka versus Headshrinkers match just frustrated me because of their use of Sid. So I guess I'll go with that.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible in ring,
right.
But it was just there. I'm going to see if there's anyone else selected the same. I go Blue Brothers just because, again, they're kind of like nothing.
Yeah.
And Fitz couldn't know their name, so I'll put that. Best match or segment?
Again, not much to choose from here, so I'll go with Bret and Godwin because it started off pretty solid.
Yeah, I'll give it. And it kept the feud building. Like, it was a good match to get that feud.
Right.
Anyone stock up?
I'm actually gonna go with Skip here with Sonny. I love the railing on the fat fans and that kind of thing.
Yeah, it was very good. I'm gonna give Taker. I've usually been hard on Taker for not showing up, but he was in 2 squash matches, so I thought it was good enough for him. And then he went stock down.
Oh, it's Doc Hendricks with a bullet.
Oh, he's so terrible.
Yeah.
I'll go him too. I can even stock up with Lawler because I think he's been kind of funny. It might just be over the top, but I thought he was pretty good.
Yeah.
With it, but I'll keep with Taker just because he's got a guy that I probably had stocked down a bunch for not showing up for stuff. So
right.
He probably does. I can't knock him. All right. That's it. So next week or 2 weeks will be King of the Ring 1995. Can't wait to kind of watch it and just like experience it all. And again, I think we'll try to come from a different view of like what could have been, and is it really as bad, right? Like without saying, oh, well, Mabel won. Oh, sorry, spoiler.
Right. Right.
And without just saying, oh, Mabel won, it sucks. Like, does it really suck, right? And trying to see, okay, were there good points and things like that. So we'll be back in 2 weeks. Thanks for listening, Radio Review. We'll talk to you then.
Yes, sir.